Did you hear about the new invention coming out?
What is it?
I heard it's a machine that dishes out jokes.
That's hilarious. How would you even come up with jokes for something like that?
I suppose it would involve algorithms and a really creative database.
Haha, it sounds like something Fred would invent.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Yeah, you'd have no problem coming up with funny jokes. You should totally make it happen.
Well, it would certainly be something unique. Might even revolutionize the stand-up comedy scene.
Now you're talking. I'm on it.
Hey, you know what I heard the other day?
What? Go on.
Hey everyone! So, the other day I was walking down the street and this lady comes up to me and says, "Excuse me, sir, can you tell me the time?" So I look at her and I say sorry, but I cannot. My watch is stuck in eternity. The lady looks at me, kind of confused, and then says, "You mean you don't have a watch?" I say no, I mean my watch is stuck in eternity. And then she looked at me and said, "Oh, so it's broken?" And I say no, it's stuck in eternity. At that point she started to walk away, but then she turned around and said, "That's a very strange way to tell time."
Larry, do you think when we die that's it? Or do you think there might be something else after this life?
Well, Fred, I'm more of a scientist than a philosopher, so I can't say for sure. But if I had to guess, there's probably something more out there. We don't really know what happens when we die, but it's comforting to think that life doesn't just end with death. Maybe we become a part of something bigger, or maybe our souls go on to find peace and solace in a better place. Who knows? All I'm sure of is that death is just the beginning of something even more mysterious and wonderful. So if anything, I think that means life is even more precious and worth living to the fullest. What do you think? What are your thoughts on the afterlife?
It'll be fun. Hey, have you guys heard about this weird new thing I found?
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
Why are you so excited about it?
It's called a grumblox. It's this weird creature that lives in your basement and makes these strange noises.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want one of those in my house.
Do they ever stop making noises?
Hey, Yvonne! Did you hear about that new restaurant around the corner? They're supposed to have the best food in town.
I heard they just opened up, and I'm dying to try it. But it looks so expensive. Maybe we can make a deal with the owner, trade them some of our jokes for a free meal? What do you think, Larry? I mean, it's either that, or we mooch off our friends again.
That's a great idea. We'd be like comedians for hire. Here's hoping the owner is a fan of our humor. I went out for dinner recently with my parents and the waiter asks us what would we like to drink. My dad says I'll have an orange juice. And I say, "Hey dad, when did you become such a fruit?" Everyone looks at me and awkwardly stares, not sure how to react. After a few moments of silence, my mom says, "Don't worry Larry, your dad isn't one, he just likes oranges." And everyone starts laughing. It was a pretty awkward evening, but it definitely made for a great story to tell.
I'm starving. I think I could eat a horse.
Not on my watch. I know a great Italian place across town that makes incredible lasagna. Let me call them and get us a table. This will be so much better than eating a horse.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it'll fill me up like a horse could.
I know what you need, a horse-shaped pocket sandwich.
That's genius. I can just fill it up with the lasagna instead of horse meat.
Sure, why not? It'll be a real party in your mouth.
What do you guys think the biggest impact of AI on our lives will be?
Well, I think it will revolutionize the way we work and interact with each other.
I think it will help us automate many everyday tasks that we currently do manually.
I think it will give us more time to focus on the things that matter and help us build a better world. Well, this woman came into the store and started asking all these questions about milk expiration dates. Anyway, when the clerk asked her why she was so concerned about it, she said that if the milk was expired, then it would mean the universe is a lie.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, it is pretty out there. But you know what? I think she might be right. I mean, it's like the old saying.
What old saying?
When the milk goes bad, so does the truth.
I was talking to my grandmother the other day, and she said that when she was younger, she was so excited for the future, all these dreams she had. Now that she's older and looking back, it turns out most of them didn't come true. So I guess that's why it's important to appreciate what we have while we still can. Because who knows, one day it might be gone without us even realizing. Alright, well that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great night.
Hey Yvonne, I heard a really funny joke yesterday. What did they call the bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Ah ha ha ha.
That's hilarious. You know what they say? If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
That's true.
What other jokes do you have up your sleeve? I could use some cheering up. What about that one about the chicken crossing the road?
Hello everyone. So, what's the deal with airline food, am I right? Pauses for laughter, alright. So I'm walking down the street and this guy stops me and asks, "Hey, you want to buy some weed?" So I told him, "No thanks man, I don't smoke it." Then he's like, "Well then how about a joint?" And I'm like, "Oh no, sorry. I don't do that either." Then he looks at me with a puzzled expression and says, "What do you mean you don't do joints? Don't you have arms?"